On YouTube? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be watching The Dream by Magic Voice / Cast, Chuck E. Cheese Creepypasta. Let's go.
I wonder how many of you guys actually remember a little place called Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
You know, the one place where you can play as many arcade games as you possibly can,
Yeah.
eat as much pizza as you want, and the amazing prizes that you would win if you get enough tickets. Boy, that place does have a lot of memories behind it. For this particular story, I'm going to tell you an experience that happened to me there.
Yeah.
Whether you believe it or not, I'm going to tell you to the best of my knowledge, with as much details as I possibly can. And just for the sake of the story,
Yeah.
I'm going to change some names around just so nobody else has to worry about privacy issues.
Got it.
So here it goes.
We're good.
My last memory at Chuck E. Cheese. It was a Friday afternoon, and I specifically remember having so much fun. I was going haywire on every single arcade game you could possibly think of. One of my favorites was actually the Jurassic Park game where you have to shoot the T-Rex. Oh my goodness. The amount of tokens I had to spend just to keep that game going. Not to mention, so that was delicious. I remember having half a slice and just thinking this is the best pizza in the whole entire world. But you know the other thing that actually caught my eye was Chuck. Chucky and all the
I keep pausing. My mom's moving some stuff.
Did it really fascinate me to think if those were actually real or if it was just fake for a show.
Right.
I guess on this specific day, I learned the actual truth of what goes on behind the scenes. It was me, my mom and dad, and my cousin Junior. That's all I can remember for right now. Me and Junior were actually playing a huge game of tag,
Okay.
and boy, did we like to go back and forth a lot. And on this one particular time, we literally had about an hour until it was time to close. So we really had to make it worthwhile while we still were here at Chuck E. Cheese. So it was actually Junior's turn to count and my turn to hide. While he was counting all the way from 10, I decided to go hide in the bathroom. And keep in mind, this is when people are literally starting to leave because it was already almost that time to go. So all I can remember is that I was running really fast, making my way past everybody and then making my way back to the bathroom, try to get a place to hide. Don't ask me why. I was just a kid.
We all were.
As soon as I actually made it to the bathroom, I swear all I could remember was that it was pitch dark. And for some reason my head hurt really, really bad, as if I fell down and just hit my head on something. Either way, I still stayed in one of the stalls, trying to really be quiet and not make as much noise as possible. It really felt like hours and hours had went by until finally I decided to come out to see what was taking them so long.
Right.
And to my surprise, literally everybody was gone. And I mean everybody. It was quite scary.
Oop.
So scary that I did not even notice the fact that it was already closed.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck E. Cheese
I feel like I
was
would've.
literally a ghost town at this point.
Right.
Everywhere I looked, there was barely lit arcade games everywhere. And not to mention, it was super dead quiet.
Right.
I kept thinking to myself, what's going on? Is this some kind of like sick prank? Or is there something more going on that I don't even know about? My first instinct was to call out for my mom and dad and Junior to see where they were at.
Mm-hmm.
But reminder, nobody is in this entire building.
I wouldn't have done that.
It's just me
The spooky
alone
ghosts
in
will
the
be in
dark,
there.
and with whatever else may be lurking. I tried running to the entrance and I found out that the doors were actually sealed locked, so they would not be opening until tomorrow morning. And I thought to myself, fuck, what am I gonna do? So I literally stayed there in this one corner, just analyzing how dark it was and how different Chuck E. Cheese felt while it was after hours. And let me tell you something, the feeling was just overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
So overwhelming that I could just feel the silence and darkness crawling over me. Even though I was really scared out of my mind, I thought it was the best idea to try to go look for an adult, just to see if they can help me get out. And to my surprise, there was nobody there.
Right.
And I mean, it was absolutely silent from the
No
very
duh, it's
moment
closed.
that I came out of that bathroom. Everything looked completely different.
Right.
And it was almost as if my eyes were playing tricks on me because I kept seeing things move out of the corner of my
I
eye.
always feel
Big,
like
giant
somebody's
figures,
watching me.
black figures just moving around through the darkness.
Hey.
Just what the hell am I thinking? I'm gonna scare myself to death if I don't try to get my mind set.
Correct.
So, I decided to do a bold move. And I hate dark places, especially when it's dark and quiet.
Mm-hmm. A
And
lot
you
of
got
us
these
do.
creepy animatronics just staring at you from a distance.
Right.
Oh, I can still remember the feeling. It's not good at all.
Of course it's
I
not.
decided to walk in this very, very corner where there was
Why?
a doorway that was leading into the back stages. I'm not sure where it led to, but I was for sure that somebody had to be back
Have
there.
you not seen the
I mean,
videos,
they
my
couldn't just
man?
lock me in here knowing I was
Have you not
still
seen the
inside,
games,
right?
my man?
At least
You haven't
that's what I
seen,
thought.
you haven't heard the creepypastas, my man?
When I opened up this door,
No?
there was a
Yep.
huge,
Alright.
giant hallway that was barely
Goodbye.
lit by a couple of lights.
Nope.
And let me tell you, like I said, this was just absolutely the most craziest thing I've ever done, considering the fact that I never go any place alone, especially when it's dark and I'm really unfamiliar with everything around me. But
Mm-hmm.
I had to get out. I had to
Yeah.
do something.
Yeah.
So I continued down the hallway up until the point where I came across this one room. There was a door wide open.
Mm-hmm.
I was sure that there was probably some kind of exit that had to be unlocked. Maybe there's a night security guard around there who's just checking the place out. And I was really debating so much back and forth for a couple of minutes if I should go through this door, if I should just go back to where I was and just hope and pray that somebody remembers that I'm still in here.
Right.
But I looked back and I thought, it's too far to turn back now. Besides, I don't like dealing with the dark too much. So let me just take a chance and see what's over here. And to my surprise,
Mm-hmm.
I saw something. I couldn't tell what it was, but all I knew is that I thought for sure this is the only way I can probably get out, unless I want to stay here
Oh, this
overnight
is.
and have a heart attack because I cannot bear to be in this place any longer.
I couldn't either.
So, I made the bold move into going inside this room to see who or what was inside. I saw an exit sign, and I was just about to head all the way down and see if the doors were unlocked,
Mm-hmm.
but something was in my way.
Oh.
It was a big animatronic of Chucky,
Oh my god.
just standing there. Out of
Deuces,
place.
I'm out.
And it was kind of weird. Why would they have an animatronic of Chucky blocking an exit door? I couldn't stand to see the look on this animatronic's face, just staring back at me. And it almost seemed as if every time I moved back and forth, it followed me. Every little step I took, it kept its eye on me at all times.
Yep.
I got the worst goosebumps ever that you could possibly imagine.
I would too.
This thing was literally taller than me.
I'm
This
booking it
had
down
to
the
at
hall.
least be a good 7
I am
feet
booking
big.
it out of the restaurant.
But why was it here?
I'm
was
finding the
one I
next
kept
fire
thinking
exit.
about. And let me tell you something. The fact that I thought about running away from this thing, the anxiety that I got thinking, what if I turned my back to this thing and it disappeared on me, or if I heard it just laugh out of nowhere,
It'll be gone
and
in
it
like
chased
0.2 seconds.
and I would have no choice but to run for my life.
And it'll
I
laugh
did not want to
in
stick around to find
0.0
that
seconds.
out. And I was just looking around, glancing to see if there was probably some other way out. And I
Right.
swear, I was only looking away for a couple of seconds until
Bruh.
I noticed something about Chucky. His mouth actually opened wide. Why did it do that? And considering the fact that it just looked like a prop that wasn't connected to anything, how is this thing even moving is my question. I have no idea. Now I know for sure that this thing is literally creeping me the hell out. And I already got a bad feeling that
Deuces,
this thing
I'm
is
out.
more than an animatronic.
I'm kicking rocks.
Because the more I kept staring at it, the more it seemed lifeless.
Kicking
The
rocks.
more it just seemed like if I took one step away
I'm
from
giving this man the
it,
boot.
something's gonna happen. And I didn't want to find out to see
I
what.
don't either.
And the funny thing is, as I was thinking that to myself, I actually heard it laugh when the lights went out.
I'm out. I'm out. I can't, y'all. I can't. This man is so stupid.
I cannot stress how fucking chilling that laugh was when I first heard it. It was enough to get me running in the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was
I would
running,
have ran a long time
hearing
ago.
its footsteps follow me. Every time I'm turning a corner, every time I'm trying to lunge past a different room, it kept coming after me.
Where's my
faster and
Bible?
Faster and faster.
Where's my Bible?
All I can remember at this point is that I took a hard right just to see if I could lose them. And I wound up in this mysterious hallway. And then my worst nightmare became true. All the lights went out automatically. And after that, it was pure silence. I didn't know what to do. I just stood my ground, and I was trying to make extra sure that I did not hear anything coming from a distance,
Run.
or that
Just
I
run,
myself
dude.
did not make any sudden moves that could possibly signal my actual whereabouts. But oh my god, I had the worst heart attack when I heard the laugh of Chucky again.
Run.
At this point, all I can remember is screaming, and then I see him charging at me
Jeez.
until employees are actually waking me up.
Oh, we're
I'm
awake.
on the floor,
That's good.
and then my parents are around me, so is my cousin Junior, and a few other people. And I kept thinking to myself, what happened? And it turns out that a guest had informed an employee that I actually slipped in their way into their bathroom. So it was true. I did slip and hit my head
Good.
so hard that it knocked me into this kind of weird dream,
Never mind.
or nightmare as I like to call it. I was still in disbelief, and I kept looking at everybody saying, did y'all ever leave? Did this place ever close? And an employee said, no, we were just about to close right now. But luckily somebody found you, otherwise you would have probably been left in here overnight or something.
Shush.
That's a relief. But no, I'm going home. And
Yes.
I'm lucky enough that I'm not going to stay a night in this place.
Good. My guy,
You
just
know,
leave.
the strange thing is that a few weeks later, that Chuck E. Cheese had closed down. Because apparently there was somebody who got locked inside. It was a boy around my age. And the thing was, they never found him after that. It was weird. It was literally only not even 10 minutes after lockup the parents noticed that their child was missing. And they thought that he was probably inside the Chuck E. Cheese. So when they informed the employees to actually reopen the place again to look for their son,
Mm-hmm.
there was no trace of him except for one shoe on the floor. That's all that they could find. And miraculously, and mysteriously, and frighteningly, right in this one specific spot where I remember there was that one door that led me backstage, was the last place where he was supposedly seen and where the shoe was found, actually. Oh my god, the chills that ran out my spine when I heard that. And I thought to myself, what if my dream was actually a prediction of the missing child?
Oh my
Just
god.
what if this kid was left in there and Chucky got him? I guess we'll never know. Nor do I ever want to know. And luckily I'm old enough to say I'll never go back to Chuck E. Cheese
Good.
ever again. Especially after this one nightmare that I hope wasn't a reality in some kind of other dimension.
Good.
So, the next time you decide to go to Chuck E. Cheese, just remember,
Mm-hmm.
there is more than meets the eye. And you never know, you just may never know what happens when the lights go out.
Alright, y'all, that was my reaction to the Chuck E. Cheese The Dream creepypasta, read by Magic Voice / cast. Thanks, y'all, for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Later.